Well, hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Blended Life Diaries.
I'm Oma.
I'm Brian.
How are you doing?
All right, hey, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss anything that my lovely wife Oma has coming up. And I think is it a bell or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, make sure you ring the bell so that we can be sure that we don't miss anything.
And comment. Comment so we can respond. And like. Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, you can like it. You can forward it. This is just kind of general purpose life stuff, kind of doing life together.
Vlog.
So this ended up getting started. So we've been doing this live on TikTok, and we really wanted to bring it over to Facebook or to
YouTube.
To YouTube. We looked at all the options, and it just, as far as being on content and being kind of centered in what's going on in the world, we really like the way that YouTube does things. So we're here on YouTube. Hopefully all of our other folks will come over and join us.
Oh, yeah.
And
Let's
be
know
sure
that you've joined us.
Yeah. Share with your friends, and we'll get this thing moving.
And let us know where you joined us from. If you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. And kindly always comment and let us know your country. Comment, let us know the country, your state, where you joined us from.
Yeah, so we started this whole thing.
Where you're watching from.
Why did we start this whole thing? People ask us, we had this conversation at church this morning with another couple. People ask us a lot of questions. How does your general average kind of redneck from a cornfield in Illinois meet such an incredible and fabulous and beautiful Nigerian woman? How does that happen?
It happened. And it has happened. And that is why we're here.
Well, again, we get that question a lot. So we started answering it online. And then, my Chioma, I know everyone calls her Oma except for me. She's my Chioma.
So why do you decide to call me the full name?
Because you're my Chioma.
Because you're my Chioma.
Oh. She started all this social media stuff, and it's going really well, and she's fabulous at it. And so I am here to support my lovely wife.
Thank you.
Has an incredible smile and such just amazing.
Yeah.
So we started talking about dating apps, and we've been talking about dating apps for weeks.
Woo.
And if you've seen the other videos, you know that I'm kind of I'm ready to be done talking about dating apps. But my wife did not feel like we were finished.
Oh, because I know there are lots of people that we need to bless, and not to put that need to hear us. We have a lot of people to reach out to. So that's why we're here again. To talk
we are. So today we're going to talk a little bit about, life after the dating app. Like what comes next? So we're going to review a little bit. We're going to talk about how we met. Because again, this is our first live stream on YouTube rather than being on TikTok or somewhere else. So, so we're going to start with that. Essentially, I had tried dating apps years ago. And frankly, after some things that got on in my life, I wasn't ready. So I did it for a while. I used eHarmony, I think. And I went on some dates, and it was fun. And I met some really nice people. But I mean, I wasn't ready. I wasn't healed from what I had been through, and I just wasn't ready. So I turned them off for a while. And then I moved up to Brownwood, Texas, up in the middle of nowhere. And again, great people, wonderful place. But the dating pool is not very big. A lot of the folks that they're already married. So I feel like I needed to expand my dating pool.
Just like me that work in the school, preschool, where you find couples.
Yes. So I got back on eHarmony, and it wasn't going as well as I would have liked. And I tried some other things, and I tried even Facebook dating. If you're looking for a volume of activity, Facebook dating will get you on a lot of dates, but it's just not always the best kind of dates.
Always the best kind of date.
So,
but some people
it's very high volume.
Yes, and some people have met their spouses through Facebook dating. That's why it's like you shouldn't shut down on any. Just try.
Well, and it's free.
Oh, okay.
Facebook dating is free. Okay. eHarmony, if you have the subscription, eHarmony is not free. So on Facebook, I saw an advertisement for Upward, which is part of the Match.com family. It's their Christian dating app, and faith was really important to both of us. Wanted to find somebody who really loved Jesus in a true and meaningful way, and who lives for the Lord, and that was just really important to both of us.
That doesn't mean that everybody there are Christians, but majority, because it's like I clicked on it because I saw Christian dating app, and Brian clicked because he saw Christian dating app, meaning there are a lot of people who want something that has to do with the same faith. So that was why.
Yeah. Well, and I had tried some other Christian-focused dating activities, and honestly, the technology just was not great. And I got spoiled by eHarmony. eHarmony has a great process. They have great technology. It's fantastic. So I thought that this was part of the Match.com family, and they're one of the people who started this whole thing. So the technology was okay. The app was okay, except I couldn't get it trained to show me what I was really looking for. For example, I was looking for a woman, and it kept sending me men. I think it just, people have their own way of doing things, but I was looking for a woman who loves Jesus, and I was very clear about that. And so I'm going to turn it over.
Okay, so for me, I was ready, and I look at what I do, where I work, and I know that I will not be able to meet someone here, like, because all the people I come across, their parents, their couples, and so busy during the week from work to house and all that. So, and of course, I know that I resolved I was going to try the dating app, and I was scrolling Facebook one day, and I saw the Upwork Christian dating app, and decided to click on it and downloaded it, and then I started I uploaded. Of course, you have to set up your profile, and I was very intentional and very specific that I'm in for a serious relationship. That's what I want. But I was not so comfortable, being on the dating app. So I didn't upload a lot of pictures, and I just whether one or two. Sometimes I even take out my picture, and I would just be. I think when you say, did you see my picture? Oh, yes, you did see my picture. But I know there's some people that will be like, show your picture. Let me see your face. Because sometimes I remove the picture. And of course, I had a lot of, people chatted me. It's just like a two-way thing. Sometimes you see someone you admire, someone you think, oh, I think I like this person. And you like the person. Sometimes you can even start the conversation. There's some people I just said hi, and I waited for them, to respond. While a lot of men, of course, they always start the conversation, they click. So there should always be that process of, swipe, and there should always be that time that you'll be like, and start a conversation. Your profile is very important. Be specific, be real, be you, and try to look out for those who are verified. This is important because a lot of things happen on dating app. So try to look for people who are verified. I got verified.
People with a real name.
Okay.
You can have people like user A567. Okay, well, that may or may not be a real person. There are a lot of bots out there that are on dating apps, and just pay attention. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
Unless
it's not.
Your intuition. And also, there are people who use other people's faces. A lot of people use other people's. They get people's pictures put there and all that. Well, you have to be, of course, smart about it. It's online platform, just like every other social media platform.
Yep.
You need to be, very smart, very intentional. So that was what happened. I had a lot of people talking to me. People tell me about their experiences on dating apps, people asking them for their nude pictures and all that.
Yeah.
I never had that experience. Maybe because I put there Christian woman who loved Jesus, dedicated, devoted, and all that. I never had people, because once you come to me, I'll tell you about my faith, tell you who I am and all that. So I would just say I'm not here for. I would just tell them, let me be plain. I make it plain that I'm.
That was a big part of mine. So I'm not looking. I'm not looking for a hookup. This is not. I'm not looking for a one night stand. I wrote a whole. We're not going to do it today, but I have a whole song I wrote about that.
Yes,
It's not. I was looking for Well, I was looking for this
Looking for
woman
a
right here,
real woman, and I was looking for a real man.
a real woman who loved Jesus more than she
My
loved me.
Brian.
So,
Well, when
so
I
I
saw,
found. Oh, go ahead.
Mhm.
I found my Chioma, and I didn't click on it. It
Why?
takes a lot of extra effort because there's this thing in your brain stem that makes you only want to click on people who look like they're part of your tribe. Okay, and you have to actively fight it. It's not, doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It's just how humans are wired, right? So when you're on the thing and you're clicking, it's hard to, right is good, right? Left is okay. It's hard to click right on people who don't look like you. You have to focus, and I had no idea that was even going on in the back of my head. So I found myself, I was like, wait, she's gorgeous. And so I didn't click on it because she's so pretty. And I just really thought it was a waste of time. And so I set it aside for a while, and I came back to it, and her face was still there. Thankfully, she had not taken her picture down. Her face was still there. And so I thought, I felt like I needed to try.
Mhm.
So I sent a message, which she promptly ignored.
And do you know why I did ignore? Because like I always go to the profile and I'll read, I'll check out, and because of some things too, everybody have, I don't know, have this, like say, bias or whatever.
Again, it's just how humans are wired. Because
yes,
a long, long time ago, people who weren't from your tribe were dangerous and after your resources. Okay, that's from prehistoric times. It's tucked in there. You just have to fight it.
yes, and also that's place of start looking for safety, you know that kind of thing. I was also looking out for someone from my tribe who speaks the same language with me, so that I will have that flow. Thank you for sending the love.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Let's comment so that we know you are here with us.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you. So that was what I was looking out for, someone from my tribe, so that we'll have the same vibes. That was what. Thankful to Pastor Jerry Zay. I followed NSPPD, and there was a ministration one day that I believed and I claimed it.
For those of you who don't know what she just said, it's Pastor Jerry is a Nigerian pastor. It's called Streams of Joy.
Streams of Joy.
Streams of Joy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Streams of Joy. So he's a prayer network. He's online. You can always join if you want to. You're trusting God for something. You can always join and pray. It's just a place where we come together to pray. Thank you. Thank you so much. We love you too. Thank you so much. We love you.
We're using a laptop, so it's hard to read.
We are the Blended Life Diaries.
Life Diaries. Yeah, I put that all in the description. So make sure you click subscribe.
Please kindly subscribe and also invite people. Please help us share this video. Yes, I needed to share.
So finish your part of the story.
So I, believed on it. And a friend of mine too, girls things now, you always have your buddies with who you talk to at every step. I told them, oh, this is what I want to try. And they were like with me on that journey. So one day, one of them called me. I was like, oh, remember that was after the prayers, the ministration and all that. And one of them was like, oh, Chioma, how far with, the dating app journey and all that? So I was like, well, I have some people I'm chatting with, I'm talking, I've gone out for like 2 dinner dates and we don't seem to connect. There was this guy, and my heart and everything. I was like, oh, this could be the right one, but I'm praying. But he has not showed up. That's another important thing. He has not showed up. No, I have about like 3 of them. 2 in Dallas, 1 in Houston. They've not showed up. They keep saying, okay, they'll come. And some was expecting me to come see them. I said, no, I'm African. Be your real self. I said, I'm African and I'm local. Like I say, I'm local. Like, how do they say that? Old school.
Old school. There you go. Traditional.
I said traditional. Yes. I said a man should be the one coming to look for a woman. If you're really interested, you want to show me interest, you have to come look for me and all that. So they were like, okay, they'll come. One said I'll come, this and all that until, my friend asked me. I was like, okay, there was this other person who is chatting me. I read his profile. He's a pastor. I said, I don't think I'm ready to settle for a pastor and all that. She was like, no, don't, give it you don't give it a try. Remember, you're the one always telling us we should open up, and give everybody attention, have conversation and know who they are. And that was the beginning of the miracle for me.
Yeah.
Because after that, I decided to respond to Brian.
So I had to follow up. I've been in sales and marketing forever, so I had to follow up. So I sent a second message, understanding that I was probably wasting my time. And she responded. And so we started talking, and then we use WhatsApp, right? So we started having video conversations.
Very important.
And most importantly, we started praying.
Mm-hmm.
So we would start the day together and we would pray. We would finish the day together and we would pray. And so we came before the Lord together, and the Lord drew us together. Now, I live 2 hours away, so I would come and visit. I came to visit on a Friday. We had dinner. And then I came. It was so much fun. And then I came back on Sunday. And we spent some time together. And then I started coming on Fridays. And it was just amazing.
Yeah. So that was how, everything started. And from there, of course, definitely we have to move up to what are you looking for? What's next? Now,
should we talk about that?
This is a real person, or maybe in the next part.
Well, it's Blended Life Diaries, right? So we have all these cultural things. Now, I'm a pastor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I came, and it got to be very, very late. And I said, well, I'm going to go get a hotel because I can't stay here. Now, I'm not African. I did not know that in African culture, you can't do that. Can't do that.
No.
She said, no. You're going to have a room by yourself. I'm going to sleep with the girl. And there's always these cultural things that you just don't know, right? You're not doing it on purpose. You just don't know.
Yeah. And also it depends on what you both agree on. Like for us, we agreed. I told Brian, not ready. I'm not in for sex before marriage.
No.
So that was why at that point, well, if you visit, you have to stay in a room, and I go stay in another room and all that. So
yes.
And I don't know. Let's leave that part. But
that's the real life, right? That's
the real life.
That's real. I didn't understand what I was like, look, it's fine. I'll just go. But apparently that's like you can accidentally insult somebody.
Yeah, but what we're talking about is just beyond the dating.
Yes.
What's next? So now you are meeting the real person.
Yes.
This was someone you saw the picture, you saw the profile. Now this is the real person. You have to talk. Communication is very important. I know Brian told me a lot about himself, and he said, if I did not say anything or tell you about this, just know that I'm not hiding it from you, just that I didn't remember. And
my story's complicated. Okay.
So, and
you keep pinching my leg like you're afraid I'm going to say something you don't want me to say.
It got complicated. Your case is not as complicated as you talk about it, but you just have to be open, to one another and learn your values.
Be ready to answer those questions.
Yes, be ready. Just be ready. And also, hi, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you.
I was a little crazy when I was younger, and there's a lot of stories back there that some of them I remember and some of them I don't.
And I was also trying to, because we have different culture. If he will love our kind of food, I asked those questions too. Do you like African food? Do you like spicy food? And he also welcomed it. Okay, we have to introduce, the children. Some of them were around. They got to meet him, and grad is a gradual thing. It's just a step by step thing, and you start learning about each other. Then I know at a point he also asked me your vision because I want to be part of it. I got to know details about him, and there are questions people ask like They say they ask, which is
Yeah,
very
they always
necessary.
ask the same questions.
Yeah, but
don't be afraid to ask
I-
somebody a real question.
Mhm.
Like, hey,
Your financial situation, whatever you feel like that will make you comfortable. But
what do you really want out of life? What are your dreams?
yes,
Right? If you could do whatever you wanted to do, if you could live wherever you wanted to live, don't be afraid to ask big questions.
Where will you be in the where would you like to be in the next 5 years, 10 years?
Okay.
You know,
I don't like those.
So they are real questions to know if your life
yes
will be able to suit each other. These are very, especially because you want a real relationship, so that from that, because that's the foundation you are trying to build.
Well, you also have to deal with any previous commitments.
Very important.
So I entered the ministry 15 years ago, and I made a commitment to Jesus that I would go wherever he told me to go, and do whatever he told me to do, and say whatever he told me to say. So I have to ask my Chioma, hey, how do you feel about moving around? Because we have to be willing to go wherever the Lord sends us. You can't just spring that on people after you're married. You need to have those conversations up front.
Yes.
If you're somebody who's from there and your entire family is there and you are never going to move, they need to know that.
And also, if you're not staying in the same state, you have to be open. Are you willing? Well, I met some people, immediately I told them, and they noticed we're not in the same location. They said, kindly, no, they don't want distant relationship. Yeah. While some people are open to it, but you have to know, are you willing to move? Are you, these are some of the things that are very important, so that you start building a good foundation to progress to the next stage or level.
And there's a lot to that conversation. We had a lot of really great conversations. We spoke every day.
Yeah, we spoke every day.
And again, it's also important to understand who you are, right? And so I would tell her, I said that, if I get excited about something, I'm going to send you a big flurry of messages. Don't feel like you have to respond to all of them, or don't feel like you have to. There's a lot of unrealistic expectations. I know she's at work. She's not allowed to have her phone at work. Okay. So you can't send a message at 9:00 when you know they go to work at 8:30 and then get upset when they don't respond by 9:02. All right. You be patient with people. People are busy. We have a life.
Yes, especially women. I want to talk to us about that. We should just learn to be patient and learn to trust the person, because I know if someone coming from a bad experience before, the issue of trust, there's this fear that you may not even know that is in you.
Yeah.
And also that sense of insecurity, it's there. So you just learn to trust the person, because that's another thing. Because these are two strange people, are two strangers coming. Like people said, what if that person is evil? What if that person this? What if that?
You only find that out though if you spend the time. And let me encourage you too. You want to spend time around their people. One of the things that we did, we started spending time around before we got married. We started spending time around. She came up and went to the church. She met my friends. We met some of her friends. Spend time around each other's people. If somebody won't let you spend time with their people, you need to pay attention to that. Now, I'm not big on the red flag, green flag. I know we're going to have that conversation in a minute, but I don't really like those determinations. If something bothers you in your heart, maybe set it aside, but don't throw it away. Pay attention to it, but understand that you may be reading into this based on something that happened to you in the past that's got nothing to do with the person that you're talking about. As I often remind my Chioma, she has no responsibility for the dumpster fire that is my subconscious. Sometimes I respond to things based on stuff that happened to me before. It's got nothing to do with this woman right here.
Yeah, it's in everyone.
So you want to talk about the flags?
Something that the red flags, I think.
Red flag, green flag. I mean, again, everybody's looking for red flags. It's perfectly okay if you want to go look for some green flags.
Yes.
But look for good stuff.
Yes, look for good stuff, but you should know there are things you are not comfortable with.
Yes.
So if you see those things, there is no need keep let's say keep let's say is it managing or
Well,
keep forbearing,
you keep ignoring it, or you say,
or
or
keep
you feel like
ignoring it.
you're gonna be the one who changes them.
Oh,
Like if they drink and you don't like
something
alcohol,
like that.
then that's something you have to deal with. If they smoke and you
Yes.
can't stand to be around it,
Uh-huh.
if they go to church every time the doors are open and you're a Sunday only person and you like to have your Wednesdays off because you have a bowling league, like you need to talk about lifestyle.
Yes, and be in the same.
How do you spend your
Yeah.
time? What do you dream about? What do you want out of life?
That's true.
Tell me about your children, right?
There are some things you should look out for. It may not be like, you may not be like 80% or 90% of what you're looking at for, but there are basic things you desire. Once you are able, for myself and Brian, when we got talking, we started learning about each other, we just find out that what are we waiting for? And the next,
and again, there was a lot of, again,
connection.
Everybody you meet is fighting battles you don't know anything about.
Mhm.
Okay. Everybody you meet has a history and a backstory that you don't understand. Now, for me, again, I've been through some things in my life. So the fact that this was real took me a minute to learn. It took me a minute to learn how to believe that this is real. And there was a lot of prayer and a lot of conversation with my mentors and a lot of conversation with my spiritual friends, a lot of conversation with my wife, to make sure that this fear that I had was completely unfounded. It had nothing to do with anything in the present. It was all from the past, right? But if you don't deal with that, it will just keep coming up and keep coming up. So, talk to if you have a counselor, talk to your counselor. If you have a psychiatrist, talk to your, whatever. If you have, I have really good, strong spiritual mentors. And so I talk to them. I have people who have been through the things that I've been through and are now living wonderful. And again, no life is without challenge, right? I'm not saying that it's perfect, but the more you get into it, the more you communicate about it at an appropriate level. You don't have to tell every detail. Okay. You want to communicate at a level that's not going to make your partner uncomfortable.
Oh, yes.
But it does need to be communicated. Hey, I'm having a hard time with this, and then you can deal with it.
And that's why I decided to say yes to my Brian, because I was comfortable, around him. And I've always been. He has a good sense of humor and the connection was there. And I met his children. I met, my mom-in-law. She's such a wonderful, sweet woman. Our daughters, they are fabulous. The children, everybody. And here we are. We got married like within the same year that we met, which people were like, "Who?" I said, "Yes, it happened."
Sometimes you found what you're looking for,
and you don't need to wait. So while we are ending this, today's episode, we want to end it with same reassurance. You can find that person you've been looking for in a dating app. No matter what people have said about dating apps, no matter what you have experienced, maybe we are here to change the narratives.
Well, and again, it's not for everyone, but honestly, if you live in a small town or if you work, all the time, I don't really know what other options you're going to have other than getting online and trying to sort it out. So how do we break that down? Be intentional, tell the truth. Be safe.
Be safe,
but be intentional and tell the truth.
I remember one guy who was coming to see me from Houston, and I had to go to his profile. I went to his Facebook and I was like, I asked him some questions. I was not comfortable with it. I went to his Instagram. I saw some things there. I was like, I asked some questions. I was not comfortable with it. He was to come like a night before he came. He was coming to see me. I just told him, don't bother coming for now. Don't come. And that was it. I told him, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I can. I don't think I have that connection. So whatever you see that you're not comfortable with, or if someone's character is questionable, please withdraw. You don't even have so much time to keep spending, start having conversation with people you're not moving forward with.
So, I know it's hard.
It's hard.
And I know it's easy. I'm not a patient person, in case you hadn't noticed. I'm a guy. I have an ego, and I want what I want when I want it. Frankly,
Oh my goodness.
I'm a male human. Okay.
God
Now again, I'm
knows.
so much better at that than I used to be. I was so incredibly arrogant when I was young. It was unbelievable. But the Lord has done great things in me, and I'm excited about where we're headed. And so now what we want to do is we're gonna sing a song together, and then we're gonna wrap this up. We really appreciate everyone being here.
Thank
I said
you
this
so
is really
much.
our first shot at YouTube Live.
And if
So-
it's a replay, kindly comment so that we know that you watched our video and support us with, help us subscribe and share and invite other people to subscribe to our page. God bless you.
Now, and again,
And ask questions too.
these are important conversations, and they can be difficult conversations. As you saw, as we went through this video, I'm talking about some things, and she's talking about some things, and we don't pre-script these. We pick a topic, and we turn the thing on, and we have a conversation. It's a real conversation.
Yeah.
All right. These are not
Real
pre-scripted.
conversation, real life. All right.
So this song is called "Made for More." It's from a group called Bethel Music. It's an incredible song, and we're going to sing this together. You're not going to be able to see the words from there. Do you want to get them on your phone? So we're going to sing this together. We're going to wrap this up, and we love you all, and we're so excited to be here, and we just appreciate the opportunity to do this.
Thank you.
The technology that's out right now, the AI. What an incredible time it is to be alive. That we can speak some positive thoughts and some encouraging thoughts into the cesspool that is often social media.
Thank you, Dr. Oge. Oh, Dr. Oge, thank you, sis. Thank you.
So there's so much
sis.
craziness out there. We love the
I
chance
love you.
to be able to speak some positive thoughts and some encouraging thoughts into the world of social media. So, all right, you ready? All right, so this is called "Made for More." Know who I am, 'cause I know who you are. The cross of salvation was only the start. Now I am chosen. I'm free and forgiven. I have a future, and it's worth living. I wasn't made to be tending a grave. I was called by name, born and raised back to life again. I was made for more. So why would I make a bed in my shame when a fountain of grace running my way? I know I am yours. I was made for more.
Cause I know who you are. The cross of salvation was only the start.
Now I am chosen, free and forgiven. I have a future, and it's worth the living. I wasn't made to be tending a grave. I was called by name, born and raised back to life again. I was made for more. So why would I make a bed in my shame when a fountain of grace Hallelujah. You call out my name, I'll sing out your praise. Hallelujah. You buried my past, I'm not going back. 'Cause I wasn't made to be tending a grave, I was called by name, born and raised back to life again. I was made for more. So why would I make a bed in my shame when a fountain of grace is running my way? I know I am yours. I was made for more. One more time. 'Cause I wasn't made to be tending a grave, I was called by name, born and raised back to life again. I was made for more. So why would I make a bed in my shame when a fountain of grace running my way? I know I am yours. I was made for more. Oh, baby.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Well, thank you all for being here. We sure appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell so you don't miss any notifications of when we're up to something. Well, because we're always up to something.
Thank you. Love you all.
Have a great week. We sure appreciate it. We'll see you
Thank
next.
you, Dr. Oge, and everyone that joined, and everyone that will replay and watch this video.
We'll see you next Sunday.
See you next Sunday. Subscribe.